Hello, 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 everybody. Let me know if you guys can see and hear me okay. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Happy Sassy Tuesday to you guys. Today, as you can see, we'll be working on or from the long arm today. I do have another angle, but you will not see me in that angle. You'll just be able to hear me. But before we even get into all of the goodness of what I'll be working on today, let's go to the chat, shall we, to see who's all here. I have to turn all my stuff around. So I'm not 1,000% thrilled with this setup just yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there. We have Ann in the chat. We have Melna in the chat. We have Brenda in the chat. Hello, hello, hello. And I see others are watching. Hello, Crystal. I'm so happy that you made it. So, yeah. So, if you hadn't known, your girl cut her hair. Neck is moving freely. I'm feeling so much better. Um, yeah, I didn't realize that was what was really truly. I didn't want to believe it. Okay, I didn't want to believe my hair, the hair that I grew naturally, is heavy. So, but your girl is feeling mighty good. So I am thrilled to pieces about that. So, yay! Thank you, Crystal. I feel good, y'all. I feel good on tonight. And tonight I don't know why I'm doing all this talking because I got to get to the subject because I have to pick up my daughter tonight. And you normally don't have to do that. I go with my husband, but today is Tuesday. He works. So yeah. So there will be a giveaway today, the last one, because it's the last Tuesday of the month of June. So there will be a giveaway. It will be this beautiful blue fat quarter right here and a gallon size Ziploc bag full of scraps. Okay. So just so you know, that will be happening. Hello, Miss Katie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's go ahead and get started. I keep saying let's get started, but before I do get started, guys, I failed to mention if there were anybody's birthdays in the month of June, we wanted to celebrate them. So if anyone is in the chat or watching and you can't get to a computer, somehow get a message to me, okay? Get a message to your girl to let me know that I was born in June because we want to celebrate you, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Um, I am currently taking quilt orders for edge to edge quilts. Edge to edge quilts are, if you're familiar with pantographs, those things. Um, I'm having to have a seat right quick. A pantograph is something that is the exact same design going throughout your quilt on. It's sort of like a row by row. It goes this way and it comes back this way, and it's the same continuous design. That is an edge to edge or a pantograph. Benson is wanting his treat, so let me get it. Hey, so Terry, I am also, this is your second one. Go be free. Um, I'm also testing that I was informed that my chat is so delayed. So I pushed another button to hopefully to catch it up. The one button that I supposed to click, it says it doesn't support closed caption. And I was concerned about that because I have to have my closed captions on. Okay. So hopefully the chat me reading is a little bit closer than what it was. Okay. So back to the edge to edge. That we already explained what the edge to edge is. The same pattern through going throughout the quilt. It is not custom. It is computer driven. So what I'm working on is a combination of edge to edge or pantograph with a little bit of customization. Now, also, let me go back to the pantograph. The pantograph is usually done when the quilter is standing behind the quilt and not in front of the quilt, because you are tracing with your sew head the pattern that's on the paper. Now, if you have an ANOVA and you have the PantoVision, you will still be tracing a design, but it's on a monitor and you do get to stand in front of your quilt. So let's see. Anne is saying she loves my chair. Thank you so much. This one is one of those saddle chairs. I got it from the dealer. I can't remember the name of it. I do love it because, honey, it supports all of this. It supports it well. It supports it well. Crystal said, how's your free motion going on your long arm? Honey, it ain't. I'm just going to be 1,000% honest with you. That's why I couldn't wait to end the month of June working on that happy quilt, because I have a plethora of quilts that I need to quilt, and I'm going to be using the Tuesdays to work on these quilts with you guys. I have to push past being afraid to quilt. So that is what we will be doing. So on this quilt, this is a customer's quilt. It is a 89 by 97 size quilt. And in 4 corners of her quilt, she has her son's name and their date of birth. She doesn't, and it's embroidered on there. She doesn't want me to go through that if at all possible. Well, when I had my other machine, I could not do this. It would have to get stitched right on through. Since I've updated my computer to Mach 3 for the ANOVA, if you're not familiar with what machine I have the ANOVA Classic, not the M series, which I absolutely love the M series. Though it's the exact same machine, but you know, it just looks so much cuter. But I'm not buying a machine anymore because of the looks. Okay. So with that, I did a lot of studying prior to me getting this machine on how many of the features worked. The feature that I'll be talking to you guys about and showing you what I've learned, I won't be doing the actual quilting on it because I want to make sure that it is like dang on precise, and I don't want to do that on camera. But you will see me doing some quilting on it because you might be seeing me do some quiltings on it, because my goal is to get this quilt done by Thursday. Okay, so I will take a video and stuff of it, you guys seeing it that way. But anywho, the edge to edge that I will be using is called Flower Spray, and it's by Urban Elements. She wanted flowers and feathers. I thought that that was a very pretty combination of both of them. The backing of this quilt is white. Her and her brother. I spoke about a gentleman that I quilt for. He makes large quilts most of the time. I quilt for him, and he always have a white back, and he want a bright color for the little thread. And I'm like, no, that's going to show every single flaw. So I got to be very, 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 very careful when it comes to his quilts. Okay, Benson, out of here. No, no, no. So the process, let's make sure no one else is coming in. Looking for a quilting stool as well, says So Terry. How cool is that? I stand in the back with the Panto, says Ann. She has an APQS. I love to do more free motion, but too chicken. Crystal, me too. That's why these next many of Tuesdays, because I have over 13 quilts that need to get quilted. Some of them I want to do some custom on it. I got to do it. Got to do it. Hey, Andrea. She said, hope everyone is keeping cool this evening, child. It's dangerously hot here. I love to see long arm quilting videos. Awesome, Andrea, because you will see me setting up some things. Oh, she said, I saw your quilt again at Halo. Yay! It's a shop house quilt store. That is true. So that's why I know Angel is hecka busy about right now. So in this corner, she has one of her son's names, and his name is blah. I don't want to divulge, personal information. And I have my small ruler here, and I was playing with about how close I can bring in the quilting around his name. I want to give a space around it, but I don't want, like, if I have to make a square, because I will be making a square around the name, I do not want to get too close. So I want to leave myself some kind of margin. So in this case, I looked at it and I saw that a 3-inch square would be perfect to go around the name in this corner. And this is what I marked out. I'm using my 4.5-inch creative grid ruler along with my Mark Be Gone, and I also have the disappearing ink on the other side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch angles, and I will show you what I learned on how to make sure that I am marking out. It's called mask, and it's kind of funny because when I think of a mask, no, I shouldn't say funny. It's like an oxymoron. It's just, why is it called mask, right? Because it's not something that I'm covering up. It's something that I'm taking off. You know what I'm saying? So let's go to the computer. Excuse me, Benson, I need you to move, honey. Let's go to the other view. Hey, Katie. Is that a Stronger Together block on the wall behind your long arm? Yes, it is. It is. That is 21, I think. Don't get me lying on which year it is. I can't remember. So right now you're looking at my computer. You should see the edge to edge that is right here. I'm not sure how well you can see it. I'm hoping. I will show it in a little bit, Katie. I'm hoping you can see that screen pretty kind of clearish. It's kind of funny to record another computer screen. It acts funny for some reason. But I am showing you, what I'm showing you is this is the quilt that's on the long arm. This right here, this red space right through here, that is the actual quilt. This gray box right here, let me make sure that the whole thing is on the screen so you can see it. There. Trying to make it big enough. There. This gray box right here is when I start sewing, everything in this box is able to be sewed. That is called a sew zone. Okay. So my quilting will start over here on the left hand side, and it'll come over down to the right. Now I can change that if I want to, and I will when I get ready to stitch it. And then it has another row that comes in, and then you have a partial row. So because this is in between a row, this row cannot be quilted. It's going to tell me it falls outside of the sew zone. So technically, I can only successfully get one row through a pass. But we're not here for that. We're here to mask. This red right here, this long crosshair right here, is where my crosshair is. So if I move my sew head, you will see where I am at if my needle is at any given time. So right now it is located right at the very edge of the quilt. And what I like to do is zoom in a little bit, which is where I was in the beginning, because when I'm doing this masking, I need to be as precise as I can. So what I'm going to do is utilize a function called push pin. Push pin is going to help me get it exactly where I want it. The push pin is this button right here. Now, this monitor is touchscreen, but I like to use my mouse as much as I can, and I don't want to keep going across the camera for you guys. Okay, if I click on push pin, I need to make sure that when I'm clicking on my place where I do not want someone to be, I want to make sure that I'm connecting the lines or connecting the pins while I'm placing them. So I can go ahead and hit start. Now I can go to the quilts, and I already marked out my first 3-inch around the person's name here. So what I'm going to do, if you look at the screen, you see my crosshair is moving. It's moving to the very first position that I am needing to start at. Now, I also have to have my computer screen talk to my sew head. I got the computer screen right. Now I need to make sure that my sew head is right. So let me go ahead and make sure that I put it in the correct place. So now I am in the beginning of where I need to put the first push pin. So I need to go ahead and click the button. You'll notice a blue dot appeared at the needle site, and that's right here. It's a little blue dot. You will see it better when I move it. Okay, so the next one, if it's more than 3 inches, you want to put multiple push pins so you can get it as accurate as possible, especially if you're doing curves. But if you're doing something straight like a square or rectangle, you really don't have to put as many in, but it's always best to put, if it's over 3 inches, the more push pins, the better. But because I'm doing 3 inches on this one, I am going to just put it in the corners. I'm about to place another push pin where the center of that crosshair is. Benson, you're hitting mama. I'm taking it down to the next one. I'm placing another push pin. And then I'm taking it to the third one. I'm placing another push pin. And now I have to close it. So I need to go back and put it exactly where the other one was, or at the starting point. What I'm doing now is I'm just walking over to make sure it's going to be sitting right on top. I don't want it to be off to the left or off to the right. I need that push pin to be on top of the very first one. So I'm going to go ahead and click it. Now I do have my box. I can go ahead and hit done over on this screen. So now you see I have a box. I can move my sew head here so you can see. I have a nice square right there. That in there, inside this square, let me go ahead and zoom in on it so you guys can really see it. There, you guys should be able to see that. I didn't get it. If I had it zoomed like I should have in the first place, it's on top of it, but it's okay. It's a little bit off, just a little bit, but I can live with that. Right now, I'm not stitching this out right now. I'm just showing you guys what I learned how to use the push pin. I'm really, really excited about this because now that means I can offer this type of quilting for people who have like heirloom stuff that they want, or a memory quilt or whatever, and they have a pocket on there that they don't want stitched on. I can utilize this function, and I just wanted to share this with you guys. Okay, so now I'm at a point where everything is closed up. I can go ahead and hit remove all of my push pins because, as you can see, my box is there. There you go. I have my box and it is purple. I'm going to click it. No, I just want to click it. Yep, there. It's going to stay purple until I do what I'm supposed to do with it. That is the push pin part. Now I have to do the mask part. Make sure there's nothing else in the, hey Joy T and Heather. So now I want to go into the mask because I need to take whatever in here, I need to get it out of there. So all of this quilting, these quilting lines, watch, they're gonna disappear once I could do some clicking of some buttons, okay? So I have to hit mask. And I am, oh, wait a minute. Before I get to this spot, let me go back over here because I needed to unlock. I needed to unlock this. Hold on, let me go up here. Let me unlock this pattern. So what I have to do is go all the way down. That's what I was missing. All the way down to this push pin. I need to cue it up to be sewed or, unsewed, and unlock it. Now it should be where I need it to be. There it is. Phew. Okay, now I can hit mask. So I'm learning, just like I'm trying to remember what I learned as I show you guys. So now I can go ahead and build it. It turned purple. Everything that's in there is what I am trying to get rid of. So I need to go down on this side, and it says apply mask, the mask style. Everything on I have an option. I can take all the stitching on the outside of this box, or I can only take the stitches on the inside of the box. Well, I want all that stitching on the outside, so I just only need to say inside. I'm going to keep on my continuous sew because once it get here, I want it to, once it finished, I need it to jump to the next spot, just like in embroidery, it will do jump stitching, or that you would do when you're doing some free motion quilting and you need to tie off, jump to continue. So now I could opt to sew this line, but this is not a quilt that I want that line to be on. So I want to make sure I do not click that that continuous sew. Undo, because I just moved the background. I'm not trying to move the background. I'm trying to move there. My box turned from purple to pink. I'm looking at everything that I built. It's telling me that my mask is active now for the everything that's in here. And then if I click on the outside, it's telling me everything else is going to quilt. Now let's see, fingers crossed, drum roll please. Let's see if your girl did it right. Once I hit accept, this box right here should go blank. Fingers crossed, Lord please. Yay! And it did, and it did. So that means when this starts stitching and when it gets to this area, it is going to stitch nothing in this block, and it's going to have quite a few start and stops because it was in the middle of a feather. Any questions? We're going to do it again because I have another block on the other side. Okay, so let me come back to you guys for a second. Whew, y'all, it is hot. Now, it's really not hot in here. It's just that I'm nervous and trying to explain all this to you guys. And I learned it a while ago, and I had a refresher earlier today. And I'm like, I am so stoked. Now, when she tried, now, as with anything, there's always more than one way to skin a cat. And there are several. There are probably 2 or 3 videos, but they're like 5 years old, 3 years old, 10 months old. I wanted to know from the dealer, which one do you like and which one is the easiest? Because rarely the quilts that I get are perfectly square. This was her first quilt. So I didn't want to go into it as if it was a show quilt. So I'm using push pins, and I probably will always use push pins because those other methods are a little bit foreign, and it's not a lot of information out there of how to do it. And if I have questions, I really wouldn't have anybody to contact. And like I was explaining to my dealer her name is Dale. I was like, Dale, do you know how to do it? She was like, no, I don't know how to do it that way, but I can show you the way I know how to do it. So I'm going to stick with what I have been taught with her. She did teach me 2 methods. And that first one was just a little bit complicated. So this one is perfect for me. Push pins. Excuse me as I take a drink. We have a question in the chat. This is an interesting feature. I missed the beginning. Why are you doing this, Sassy? Great question, Kelly. What I'm doing is I have a customer. This is a customer's quilt. She has embroidered her son's name in all 4 corners of this quilt, their name and their date of birth. If at all possible, she doesn't want me to sew through the embroidery. So this feature is allowing me to not touch the embroidery, but stitch all the way around it. Keep stitching, keep stitching. Oh, it's coming up on this name. Let me stop and work around it. Okay, Benson, that's number 2 that you're bringing down here. I removed 5 of his toys earlier today. Yeah, don't knock that jug over, little boy. So that's what we're working on. So in this row, I have 2. We just did the one. Let's quickly go on down to this other side, and I can again walk you guys through this process, because I absolutely, when the light bulb finally clicked, I was like, yes, I can go ahead and start doing this. And it also gives me the opportunity to offer it as a option for those who have quilts that have an area on a quilt that they do not want quilted. So that puts me at a somewhat of an advantage over some of the, because there are quilters who just, if you got any kind of embellishment on it that it can't get sewn through, I don't want to do it. So that puts me a little bit above that. So I'm looking at this name over here. It is, I can see that it also can fit nicely in a 3-inch block. So I'm going to do 3 inches. I did 3 inches down on this first name, and I'm going to do 3 inches on this one down here as well. One of the names is really long, so of course I will not be able to do 3 inches on that one. I like, because I can customize it to whichever size I need. Go somewhere. No, we're not doing all that. Oh, I know. I see what you're saying. I see. I'm listening, Benson. I'm listening. Okay, so what I'm doing is I have my ruler. Again, I have my ruler, and I'm centering that name within the 3 inches space of this ruler. I can mark. Okay, let's move my sew head so I can make sure that my surface is flat. I don't want it cattywampus. Oh, that's great. That is great. So I have a mark right here on this 3-inch mark, the center square or center point, and then this one. Then I have to flip my ruler so I can make that 4th mark, line it up, and then mark that point. I'm still working on this camera that can record while I'm live. The other camera that I do have can only record, I can only record with it and then upload it like that. I can't do a live with it. So just be patient with me. That's what I'm working on here. I just marked out my 3-inch. So now I'm going to take you back to the computer. Hello, Angel. Super important. Yes. Oh, I see. Important not to quilt, not to be quilting on those spots. Yes, absolutely. I didn't know if I said hey to Amy. Hey, girlfriend. Let me see. Benson is a pain in the butt, girl. He ain't cute. Okay. Hey, Angel, baby girl. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to the other screen so you can see the computer. And you can see that this over here is, you probably can't see it. Let me shrink it. to shrink it. There. You can see right here, this little red dot, that's that other name down there. Now I need to come all the way over here and mark my pattern. Now this is not the actual quilt, this is a practice quilt, so it's a little bit off, just a little bit. But we're not worried about that because we're gonna, on the actual quilt, this is going to be right. In fact, nope, we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it. So I need to go into my push pins. Make sure that I have the correct information selected. I need my sew head to talk. I need my computer to talk to my sew head. So I need to connect them together, and they're now connected. I can go ahead and start. You will see that when I click where my cursor is, you will start to see blue squares. And I don't know if it's going to let me do the whole thing anyway because it'll be coming off, but we'll see. That first blue square has been placed. The second blue square has been placed. The third one, no, the 1, 2, 3, yep, and the fourth one. And what I need to do now is zoom in nice and big so I can make sure that I'm putting this Benson Jeffrey. Go somewhere. I need to make sure that when I close this up, that it's sitting right on top of it. There it is. It looked like it anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and push. It's done. Now I can move this out of the way. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty dang on good. So now I need to remove my dots because if I don't remove them, they will get sewn, and I don't want them to get sewn. So let's go ahead and remove them. And now I need to go ahead and find my push pins again. This should be number 2. Nope, it's still number 1. Push pattern 1, and I need to cue it and unlock it. Then I can go from there. There is my square right here. Now I need to go ahead and that, like what we did was just push pin. That meant we set the boundary. Now I can go ahead and do the mask. I disconnected it from talking to the printer. So if I click on it, this is what I needed to do, turn that dark green, and I need to start with building, and it is giving me a purple square. I'm going to click on the inside, or click on the line so it can turn red, went purple to pink or red, whatever you want to call it. And I need to make sure the parameters are the exact same as I did before. I want to remove the stitching that's within that box. So I have inside clicked selected, I wanted to continue it to sew. So meaning like when it gets to this spot right here, I want it to stop and do, like if it's coming, it look like it's coming in, it's going to stop here and it's going to do a jump stitch to right here. Finish this out, it's going to stop here. Then it's going to come back down here and do a quick stitch, and it's going to stop, and it's just going to continue to sew however the pattern, in the direction that the pattern states that it's going to do it. So I want continuous sew to be on. I am looking that it's saying that my push, that the mask is going to be on inside of there selected, and now I have to make sure that the mask is not going to mess up anything on the outside of that box. And it's telling me that my pattern, Benson, knock it off, cuz. It should say edge to edge for this pattern. I'm not sure why it's saying that. Let me see. Let's see. And I'm thinking it's saying it is because it's outside of the sew zone. I mean, outside of this quilting space. But let's see. We always can undo it. Yeah, that was why it was. As you can see, all of the quilting within that box disappeared. If I click on the outside of the box, the pattern, you will see that there's nothing that's going to be quilted in that space. Oh, did I say accept? Okay. Oh, okay. Let me go down here. So that is how you mask. If I look over here now, because this is not the active one, this is the active one right here, but this one is not active. This is going to tell you how this one over here is going to print out. As you can see, it's empty within this 3-inch parameter right there. That, my friends, is masking. Yes. Woohoo! I will have to go down some rabbit holes with the Green Quilter Challenge. So fascinating. Yes. Guys, this is how I mask. So I am looking forward to actually working on this quilt, and I will have video of it doing it, especially, well, not the first part of the computer, but when it gets to this point right here, I am going to video it because I am going to be so stoked that I did it. But I want to practice some more on this because the screen that I'm on right now is my practice screen. So I want to practice some more, and then by tomorrow morning, this baby will start. I'm going to start this baby, okay? Now, I cannot with this thread, okay? So I am using, I'm an Omni girl. Well, Omni So Fine. I'm moving a little bit away from the Omni. I love the So Fine so much better because it works better with the super bobs, the pre-wound bobbins. They work so much better with that. Now I did play with some Orfeel when I did my monkey bars quilt, and I absolutely love working with Orfeel with my super bobs, but I don't have an Orfeel I don't have time to order it and get it here because I need it like now. So I'll be using this beautiful blue. Believe it or not, this blue I have used on, on about like 5, 6 quilts. I don't know if it's a Carolina thing or what, but this color is very, very popular, and it probably will always be in my arsenal just because. Just because. You guys talking about ice in July? No, no, no. So, are you going to film your ANOVA working away? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm going to start back with it used to be long arm Tuesdays. I'm going to start back with that. I'm playing with the camera, so it'll have better angle for you guys and all that kind of good stuff. So it might not be a live as such as this. The lives probably will be me, I'm sitting here and it's working, but you won't be able to see it up close because I don't have that camera. Now I could order my dragon again, but if I'm doing free motion quilting, it is very, very hard. Let me bring my sew head back up here because I'm done with it down here. It's very, very hard to sew with the camera sitting right here. I don't know how other people do it, but to have one right here, I wanted one like on a track to, go above, but that's very hard to do as well because how is that track going to connect to my sew head? And I don't want anything else, no other additional pressure on the machine, because if I'm free motion quilting, I mean I'm moving it. That means I don't have to be moving that and a camera above. Can't do that. Now, I am working with having a camera mounted here, long camera that I can mount up here, and you can see it. And I don't have to work around it as much as I would have to do if I was doing it on a live. So that has been the challenging part for me. That has been a challenging part for me, and that's exactly why not so many long armors do it live, because you want that personal camera angle you can get, like as if when we're at a sewing machine. We can't get that with a long arm. It's hard to get. I'm not gonna say you can't. It's hard to get it. And I had that one camera that my GoPro dupe, but it was sitting right here in my way. The only thing it was good for is if I was doing a edge to edge, because I wouldn't have to worry about trying to, do this and have this camera in my face. So, yeah. Hey, Donna girl, thank you so much for dropping links. And while she's dropping these links, okay, because I know a couple of you have this in the chat. Oh, I'm up here talking. I'm supposed to be doing a giveaway. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get it started. Boop, boop, boop. The last giveaway for the month. Let me see if this one will let me start it. Only thing you have to do is put exclamation point MLAQ in the chat. But wait a minute, let me see if it'll work first. Okay, it seems like it is active. Let's go ahead and let's go for a couple of minutes. Exclamation point MLAQ. Go ahead, baby. Now, for some reason, it's not going to show you that you got a ticket, but I'm going to let you know when you got a ticket or not. So, yeah, let's keep that going for a little bit. Now, let me explain something to y'all. I have been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So next week, you guys know I'm gonna be in Florida. How I'm coming live to you guys, I don't know exactly yet. If not, you'll get a pre-record or something from me. I believe we will have Wi-Fi, so there's no reason why I can't go live from there. But it will be a haul, and it'll be a haul for a quilt um, that I need to do for a baby quilt. So I need to get fabric for it. So that will be a thing that's coming up. And I didn't even ask what you guys were working on. I am so ratchet. What are you guys working on? As I'm trying to end today's live in a little bit. Tell me what you guys are working on. Thank you, Donna. I know you do, girl. I wish this was mine. I wish it was mine. It's a customer quilt. Yay! Linda is in the chat. She says she got her fat quarter in scraps. She is working with the beautiful scraps that she won in the last giveaway. And I know Amy is in the chat. I already talked to her. Um, her package, I have 3 things that I need to be mailing out all at the same time. I have a shirt that I need to embroider for my baby. My granddaughter for all because she's my great niece, but I'm also her mother's godmother, so I'm her god nana, all that kind of stuff. Do my grandbaby. I have to do a 4th of July shirt for her so she can wear with her red, white, and blue tutu that I have for her. So I have to get that in the mail. Amy's in the mail, and tonight's winner all will be in the mail by this coming Friday. So yeah, get this quilt done. And to them, thank goodness they live right down the street. So yeah, your girl has been working. And last week, I could not been able to do a lot of quilting in here is because last week your girl was at her mama house cleaning up. We went down there like 4 times, and we had a birthday party. That's an hour away, one way, going and then an hour back. It was a lot. It was a lot. So I'm a scatterbrain. I am a scatterbrain. So, okay. I believe we have all the people in. So Terry is restoring another singer featherweight. Been doing some of that on my channel. If you guys don't know, check out. So Terry, she does, if you have a featherweight and just want it painted and all that kind of good stuff, restoring it, I should say. But I think she also painted. Correct me if I'm wrong. So Terry, beautiful work. Beautiful work. Okay, let me go check out the thing. I have 4 people. I have Donna, Terry, and Andrea, and Katie. Now, if you hadn't put in explanation point MLAQ, you about to miss out now. You're about to miss out, okay? So I'm giving y'all a little bit of time, only a little bit now. We don't got all day. So if you want to join in, come on in and join in on the giveaway. So yes. So what I'm taking with me is some I have some EPP project that I'm working on, and a 4th of July piece, cross stitch piece that I want to finish. Now, my son is not riding with us now. So that means I have room for a sewing machine. And that means I can do all of my temperature quilt that there in Florida. I'm super excited about that. So yeah, so that's possible. That is so possible. Okay, let's see. Heather put her name in. Okay, yep, we got 6 people. Awesome. Okay, guys, we're about to close the entries out. Before I do that, yes, she is prayers Thursday as she undergoes heart cath with stent placement. Okay, hold on. Who? Oh, Harper. Okay. Prayer. Any prayer requests? I see Donna is in the chat. We're praying for her. Continue to pray for her. Harper. She just posted out there. She has a undergo a heart cath with stent placement. We'll be praying for Harper. Okay. Please keep the family in prayer that I mentioned last week. The one that the young lady that was murdered in Florida. Her funeral will be this Friday. Um, if you guys can please, please, please pray for that family, the Ross family, Ross and Dixon family, because they are going having a hard time with this. Okay, having a hard time. Domestic violence is nothing to shake your head at. And if you are in that situation, I implore you to talk to somebody and get out to safety. Please, please. It's too much, it's too many crazy people out here in this world. And we do not want you to be one of them. Now, if you can't remember the names, remember just to pray for the names that's on the list. Okay? Okay. Let's go ahead and end this live. We are about to close the entries. We have them. Let's get a drum roll, please. Oh, Benson, do you want to come and pick the winner? Do you want to pick the winner? Come here, pick this winner. Come on, let's pick the winner. Come here. You want to pick the winner? Here. Wait a minute. You can't. You hitting the microphone, buddy. Okay. You gotta see this. See this? Look. You gonna put your paw on it? Nope. Nope. You too heavy to bend down there. But you looking. Okay. Oh, look who's there. Okay, get down. There you go. Did the chat tell us who won? Let's go back. Katie. Yes, yay, Katie. What? No way. Yes, you. Yes, you. You won. So, congratulations, Katie. Thank you guys all. Katie, I will be talking to you because I have something for you that I mentioned on your live. I have it. I just hadn't got a time. I hadn't had time to send it to you, baby, but I will. So, if you guys can please also add me to your prayer list for safe travels, traveling grace and mercy as we go to and fro. And for Benson, because he's got to get boarded. My friend's son is coming to our house daily to take care of the rabbits, the chickens, and our cats. But my Ben, he has to be boarded. Hey, Jackie. So, guys, that is it. I hope. Oh, sorry, Benson, you in the way, buddy. You enjoyed this little. I'm not going to say it was a tutorial. It was just me sharing with you what I learned about push pins. Again, push pins is just making the space to not quilt in a certain area on a quilt when doing edge to edge quilting. So, guys, that is it. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your week. And I will see you in Florida next week. So, until then, guys, have an amazing rest of your week. Bye bye. I'm back. I hope y'all didn't leave yet because I did forget to show the quilt on the wall. show this one. There you go. There it is. Now it's really goodbye.